If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz in an offseason filled with uncertainty and speculation. The Cleveland Browns quarterback room is quietly becoming one of the most compelling storylines in the NFL, with Deshaun Watson still sitting atop the depth chart as one of the league's most polarizing and highly paid signal callers. Many expected chaos to unfold when the franchise boldly selected not one but two rookie quarterbacks, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel, in the same draft class. Adding even more intrigue, the Browns brought in a seasoned veteran and Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco and acquired former first-round pick Kenny Pickett to round out what appears on paper to be a wildly crowded and combustible quarterback room. Yet beneath the surface, a very different narrative is taking shape, one of camaraderie, mentorship, and mutual respect. Instead of brewing conflict or passive-aggressive rivalry, insiders like star defensive end Myles Garrett and quarterback Joe Flacco have painted a picture that defies expectations. And it's this unexpected brotherhood that has everyone talking in Bria. Myles Garrett, never one to offer empty praise, has been particularly vocal about what he's witnessed during training camp, rather than the tension-fueled battle royale that many analysts predicted. Garrett says he sees a room built on support, communication, and a genuine desire to improve together. His perspective offers a refreshing and honest counter to the tired trope of quarterbacks backstabbing each other to climb the depth chart. "I've really seen that they help each other and they work together," Garrett told reporters. "The guys are not afraid to make a mistake, go out there and try to make a play. They're not afraid to seek each other out and make each other better." Coming from a leader like Garrett, whose word carries significant weight inside and outside the Browns locker room, this isn't just lip service, it's a signal that something special might be happening. In a league where individual success often takes precedence, the Browns quarterbacks are flipping the script and doing so with humility. Of particular interest in this evolving dynamic are the two rookies Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Each arrives with a unique college pedigree and personality. Gabriel from Oregon, known for his sharp reads and quick release; Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, bringing poise, athleticism, and an undeniable football IQ. Their shared rookie status might have positioned them as instant rivals, both vying for limited snaps and future opportunity. Instead, what we're seeing is a budding partnership, perhaps even a friendship based on shared learning and mutual encouragement. Garrett noted that the young guys talking to Joe, or Joe talking to the young guys, has become a regular, organic occurrence. The presence of a veteran like Flacco could have easily created a rift or hierarchy, but instead it's become a foundation for collaboration. These aren't just teammates passing the time in camp, they're building each other up one rep at a time. Joe Flacco, who has seen more quarterback rooms than most in his long and successful NFL journey, added further insight into the Browns' unique dynamic. Speaking with the poise and reflection of a veteran who has experienced both toxic and healthy environments, Flacco praised the energy and intelligence of Gabriel and Sanders. "It's been a lot of fun. Those guys are good," Flacco shared with a smile. "They got a good head on their shoulders. There's football going around, stories going around. It really has been a lot of fun." His use of the word fun is telling. This isn't someone begrudgingly mentoring his eventual replacement. This is a quarterback enjoying the presence of eager minds and engaged teammates. In fact, it seems Flacco has found renewed purpose in passing down the knowledge he's gathered over more than a decade. He's not just another name on the roster, he's become a guiding voice for the next generation. What struck Flacco the most was the way Gabriel and Sanders approached the game mentally. It's not just about talent, it's about curiosity, engagement, and a hunger to grow. Just to hear the way they ask questions and the way questions get answered, you can kind of put yourself back in their shoes when you were a rookie. Flacco said that empathy is rare in the NFL, especially in quarterback circles. Flacco remembering his own rookie season in Baltimore, and now watching these young guys walk that same path, is a powerful full-circle moment. It humanizes the grind and it highlights how important mentorship can be. When rookies like Sanders and Gabriel ask the right questions and receive genuine answers, it accelerates their growth. And when those answers come from a Super Bowl winner like Flacco or a respected leader like Garrett, they carry real weight. It's a culture being built not just on competition, but on contribution. This is especially encouraging news for Browns fans, many of whom are still recovering from the turbulence surrounding Deshaun Watson's time with the team. While Watson remains the presumptive starter, his inconsistent performances and off-field baggage have left parts of the fanbase skeptical, if not outright disillusioned. So to hear these glowing reports about Gabriel and Sanders from veterans who have no reason to sugarcoat the truth, is a breath of fresh air. It gives Cleveland hope that the franchise is finally planting the seeds for something sustainable and healthy under center. Fans understand that quarterbacks don't develop in isolation. They need the right environment, the right mentorship, and the right mindset. And if early training camp impressions are anything to go by, it seems the Browns have finally found that elusive formula. Whether or not that translates into wins this season remains to be seen, but culturally the shift is already evident. Snap count is always a hot topic during training camp, and this year it's become a fascinating subplot in Cleveland. As of the latest reports, Dillon Gabriel leads all quarterbacks with 38 total snaps, suggesting he may be quietly climbing the ladder in the eyes of the coaching staff. Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco are close behind with 30 for each, while Shedeur Sanders has 31, making him the only quarterback yet to take a snap with the first-team offense. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. Coaches aren't just measuring completions, they're evaluating leadership, decision-making, and how a quarterback responds to adversity. So while Gabriel currently leads the stat sheet, Sanders' day may yet come. What's important is that both rookies are maximizing every opportunity, and they're doing it without stepping on each other's toes. It's a rare and impressive balancing act in such a high-stakes position group. According to ESPN Cleveland's Daniel Oyefusi, the distribution of snaps may offer insight into how the coaching staff is approaching this quarterback competition. Rather than anointing anyone too early, it seems Kevin Stefanski and company are intent on letting the process play out organically. Gabriel's growing presence in team drills could indicate a slight edge, but there's still plenty of football left to be played. Sanders, despite fewer reps, has reportedly impressed in film study sessions and mental reps. In other words, his time might be coming soon. And let's not forget, quarterback development isn't always linear. Some thrive early in camp, others need a little more time to adapt to the speed and complexity of the pro game. What Cleveland appears to be fostering is an environment where growth is possible for everyone, regardless of draft status or snap count. And in today's NFL, where impatient franchises burn through quarterbacks like paper, that's a refreshing strategy. What's even more compelling is how all of this is affecting the vibe inside the Browns facility. Training camp is often described as a grind, but Cleveland's current QB room seems to be radiating a different kind of energy. It's a place of optimism, not tension. Enthusiasm, not ego. From the veterans like Flacco and Pickett to the fresh faces of Gabriel and Sanders, the message is clear: everyone's here to work, learn, and get better. And they're doing it together. It's a rare alignment of personalities and purpose that can't be forced. It has to emerge naturally. And when it does, as it seems to be doing in Berea, it can elevate the entire team. We've seen quarterback rooms destroy seasons with ego and infighting. But when those same rooms are driven by trust and collaboration, the effects ripple outwards, lifting everyone from the offensive line to the wide receivers and even the defense. Unity in the quarterback room means confidence in the huddle. Looking ahead, the Browns find themselves in an unusual but enviable position. With Watson under contract and still technically the starter, Cleveland has the luxury of developing both Sanders and Gabriel at their own pace. There's no rush to push them into the fire, no desperation to name a savior. Instead, the team can sit back, evaluate, and nurture their young talent the right way. That kind of patience is rare in the modern NFL, where quarterback decisions are often made in panic and regret. But with veterans like Flacco guiding the way, and leaders like Garrett reinforcing the team-first mentality, the Browns are laying the groundwork for sustainable success. It might not be flashy, and it might not dominate headlines like other quarterback controversies, but that's precisely why it's working. Behind the scenes, where it truly matters, Cleveland is building something strong, something lasting, and maybe, just maybe, something finally worthy of the Dawg Pound's belief. In a sport driven by metrics, headlines, and drama, it's easy to overlook the importance of culture. But culture is exactly what's driving the Browns quarterback room forward in 2025. It's not just about who throws the tightest spiral or who reads the defense fastest. It's about who listens, who learns, and who lifts the guy next to him. That's what Garrett saw. That's what Flacco confirmed. And that's what fans should be excited about. Whether Dillon Gabriel ends up starting games this year or Shedeur Sanders takes over in the future, their journey is being shaped in the crucible of shared experience, not selfish ambition. That kind of foundation is rare, it's gold, and in the high-stakes world of the NFL, it might be exactly what separates the Browns from their chaotic past. So watch closely, Cleveland. Something special is brewing in your quarterback room, and for once it's not controversy. It's chemistry, and that more than anything is worth rooting for. Enjoying the content so far, smash that like button. And drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. In a move that has left fans and analysts stunned, wide receiver STEFFON Diggs has reportedly signed with the Cleveland Browns, sending shockwaves through the NFL landscape. While the details of the contract are still emerging, early reports suggest this wasn't just a casual decision, it was a power play. For weeks, rumors had swirled that Diggs was unhappy with his role in Buffalo and looking for a change of scenery. But Cleveland, that wasn't on many people's radar. Yet, when you step back and look at the pieces, the decision starts to make some sense. Diggs had grown increasingly vocal about his desire for more targets and a bigger leadership role. The Browns, meanwhile, have been quietly building a serious contender, and the addition of Diggs could be the spark they've been searching for. Still, it's a risky move for both sides and one that could either elevate or implode a franchise. On the rise, the connection between STEFFON Diggs and Deshaun Watson is now the hot topic across sports shows and online debates. Watson has been in need of a true number one receiver, someone he can trust in crunch time, someone who can make the tough catches and stretch the field. With Diggs in the lineup, the Browns suddenly have that elite threat, but chemistry isn't built overnight, and the pressure will be on both stars to gel quickly. Diggs is a player who wears his heart on his sleeve. When things are going well, he's electric. But when things sour, the tension can be felt across the entire locker room. Watson, already under intense scrutiny since his arrival in Cleveland, now has another spotlight aimed directly at him. If they succeed together, this duo could redefine the Browns' offense. If not, this could go down as one of the boldest missteps in recent NFL memory. It's important to understand how unexpected this move really is. The Browns weren't even listed as contenders in the Diggs sweepstakes by most insiders. Teams like the Chiefs, Cowboys, and even the Jets were more commonly mentioned. But Cleveland's front office worked quietly behind the scenes, crafting an offer that reportedly appealed not just financially but personally to Diggs. Sources close to the situation claim he was swayed by the idea of being the guy in a franchise that has often lacked a strong, vocal leader in the receiving corps. Amari Cooper is a reliable presence, but Diggs brings a different kind of energy, a fire, a swagger, a chip on his shoulder. It's that edge the Browns may have been missing. Yet, it raises the question, is Cleveland ready for a player like Diggs? And more importantly, is Diggs ready for a team like Cleveland? That dynamic will be closely watched all season long. The AFC North just got even more intense, with the Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers already fielding tough, physical teams. The Browns are making a statement. They're not here to play it safe. They're here to win. And acquiring STEFFON Diggs is as bold a declaration as any. Defenses in the division now have to account for a true top-tier receiver on every snap, which could open up opportunities for the Browns' run game as well. Nick Chubb returning from injury will benefit immensely from lighter boxes if teams are forced to respect Diggs' ability to stretch the field. And don't forget Elijah Moore, who now becomes a sneaky, dangerous second option. The possibilities for offensive coordinator Ken Dorsey are endless, but again, talent doesn't guarantee success. What remains to be seen is whether this group can stay healthy, stay united, and stay focused when adversity hits, as it inevitably does in the NFL. Behind the scenes, some league insiders believe this move could reshape how wide receivers approach free agency going forward. Diggs choosing the Browns over more prestigious franchises sends a message: culture, fit, and opportunity can outweigh brand recognition. Cleveland has long been a team trying to shed its losing reputation, and signings like this suggest players are starting to view them differently. It's possible that Diggs' decision will pave the way for more stars to consider smaller market teams if the conditions are right, but with that comes pressure. Diggs is now the face of a major shift. If it works out, he'll be praised as a visionary. If it flops, critics will say he should have gone to a contender. The Browns are betting big on Diggs to help change not only their record but their identity. And they're hoping he's ready to carry that weight on his shoulders with pride and professionalism. It's worth revisiting Diggs' journey up to this point to understand what makes this signing so fascinating. He started as a fifth-round pick in Minnesota, worked his way up through sheer determination, and eventually became a superstar in Buffalo. But his time with the Bills was not without drama. There were public flare-ups, cryptic tweets, and questions about his role in the offense. Some believed he never fully clicked with Josh Allen off the field. Now, in Cleveland, he gets a fresh start but also less margin for error. He's not just a receiver anymore. He's a veteran leader, someone younger players will look up to. And the Browns are not a team known for their stability. This is a test for DIGGS as much as it is for the organization, if both parties handle it well. The narrative around both could change forever. If not, it's another chapter in the Browns' long history of almost and what ifs. Cleveland fans are cautiously optimistic, and rightfully so. They've seen big names come and go, from Odell Beckham Jr. to Jadeveon Clowney. And not every splash move has paid off, but there's a different energy around this one. DIGGS brings a track record of production that's hard to ignore. He's had multiple 1,000-yard seasons, been a Pro Bowler, and has proven he can be the go-to guy on a playoff team. What fans are hoping is that this time, the chemistry works, that this time, the quarterback and receiver are on the same page, that this time, the coaching staff knows how to utilize an elite weapon properly. It's a tall order, but in a league that thrives on boldness. The Browns may have finally pulled off a masterstroke. Still, until we see them on the field, it's all just potential. The true test will come when the lights are on and the games start counting. There's also the question of how this move affects the AFC playoff picture. The conference is stacked with talent, and every edge matters. The Bills losing DIGGS weakens a major contender, while the Browns gaining him strengthens a fringe team that now believes it can go deep into January. Could this be the difference between a wild card exit and a conference championship game appearance? Possibly. The Browns' defense, already one of the league's best, now has an offense capable of matching their intensity. And when both sides of the ball are dangerous, anything can happen. But the AFC also includes Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. And to all players leading high-octane teams, the Browns will need to be perfect, or close to it, to rise above that pack. Still, in a league where parity rules, one elite player can tip the scales. Cleveland is betting Stefon Diggs is that guy for the rest of the league. This move sends a message. Don't sleep on Cleveland. For years, the Browns were the punchline of the NFL, the team everyone expected to mess things up. But those days might be over. This front office, led by Andrew Berry, has quietly assembled a roster that's both deep and dynamic. Adding Diggs is the latest and boldest step in that evolution. It shows they're not afraid to take risks. It shows they believe the window to win is now. And perhaps most importantly, it shows they're ready to stop playing small. The AFC North just became even more brutal. And the Browns are stepping into the spotlight not as underdogs, but as real threats. Diggs didn't just sign a contract, he made a statement. Now, it's up to him and the team to back that up on Sundays, starting week 1. In the end, only time will tell if this was a genius move or a massive miscalculation, but for now, it has everyone talking. NFL insiders are scrambling, fans are debating, and opposing defenses are suddenly reevaluating their game plans. Stefon Diggs wearing brown and orange is a sight no one expected, but now can't stop imagining. The possibilities are endless, and so are the questions. Will he thrive under Kevin Stefanski? Can he lead the Browns to their first real playoff run in decades? Or will the intensity that makes Diggs great also be his undoing in a city that craves stability? The noise will be loud, the spotlight will be blinding, and the stakes couldn't be higher. But one thing's for sure, the NFL just got a lot more interesting. And all eyes will be on Cleveland. Diggs has changed the game, now he just has to prove it was worth it. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!